Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to all of you on the international press conference of this Allianz Memorial Van Damme, the Wanda Diamond League Brussels meeting. We are so proud to stage this Friday 13 world champions, and we have 4 of them with us here now. Femke Bol, Shericka Jackson, Yaroslava Mahuchikh, and Mondo Duplantis. Welcome, and thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Femke, let me start with you. A warm welcome to you last year, and we saw each other in the stands. But this year is your first race in Brussels. It is also, as you are Dutch, very close to home. Are you looking forward to tomorrow?
Yes, thank you for having me. Yes, I'm super excited to be here. The last 2 years I was in the stands to cheer on my boyfriend mostly, who's also competing in pole vault. And I'm just super excited to go out there. I always love the atmosphere. I heard the track is really nice now, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
We are looking forward to you too here, Femke. We are very happy that you're here. Yeah, you had such great championships, and you bounced back from that unfortunate fall, and then you won 2 gold medals. It has made you a very popular athlete. Are you aware of that?
A bit, I guess. Yeah, no, I mean, it was a great championship. It cannot always go like you want. We like it, but I mean, it was amazing to go as a team out of it with another gold medal. It's truly amazing, and I'm just really proud of us that we did this as a team.
Yeah, you had a busy schedule over there. Have you recovered from this heavy schedule, and what do you think you can run in Brussels? Just so you know, the meeting record in Brussels is already 25 years old, and it is 53:43. What do you think?
I mean, I would like
Piece
to have
of
a
cake.
meeting record. It's never easy anymore at the end of the season. You feel your body's a bit tired, but at the same time there's a bit less pressure, and I really enjoy all of the meets, and this is almost the home meet, so I think I will enjoy it a bit extra. So I'm just looking forward to compete. I have a really good field, almost the entire final, so I think we need to race fast also to win, so it will be nice.
Okay, thank you, Femke. Yaroslava, to you, you also had great world championships, obviously, and how do you look back on your competition in Budapest?
Hi, thank you. Yes, it was my first title of World Championship, so it was really fantastic, and it was first gold for 10 years for my country, really, in this difficult time. It's extra important, really, and I gave the happiness to my people and to our soldiers.
Oh, yes, of course. It must be very, and not always easy for you. And because you're living now in Belgium and you're staying here, so for you too, it's a bit. Does it feel a bit like a home crowd for you?
Yes, really. Belgium? Now it's my second house. Really, I lived there almost 2 years, so it will be fantastic. And last year I jumped personal best, and I hope tomorrow will be the great results and maybe one more personal best.
We hope so too, yeah, because I was going to ask, last year you even did some very good world record attempts. We have a new track, so do you think this will be again possible?
Of course, I think everything is possible, and we have limits only in our minds, so I hope and I want to try again world record for tomorrow.
Wow, thank you already.
Yeah.
Yaroslava. Mondo, welcome to you too again. Thank you for being here. Last year, unfortunately, you had your only defeat of the season here in Brussels. We know our track was old, but we have a new track now. So are you ready for some revenge this year?
Yeah, no, definitely. I guess that, every year's so different. So, whatever happened last year really doesn't have anything to do with what's going to happen tomorrow. But it's a little bit in the back of my mind. I guess I can't really lie about that. So, no, I think that the atmosphere here is always really great, and you can definitely tell that there's a great audience and show up for all the people that are trying to watch the pole vault too. So, last year was definitely not my best work. So I think this year I have a little bit something extra to give and extra something to prove. So. yeah, I'll be coming in with some extra motivation, that's for sure.
Okay, I was just going to say that the Belgian crowd obviously adores you, and for a second year in a row, you are our poster boy of the Brussels meet. Do you think all this energy of our crowd can maybe push you to that 6 meters 23 tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's. I definitely think it's possible, and you know, I haven't been to the track yet, so I haven't really seen the new track yet. I heard some lovely things about it. It was probably about that time maybe for them to do something with it. But you know, the stadium itself is fantastic. The crowd is fantastic. So as far as that part, it looks like we're gonna have some good weather as well too. And you know, with
Jamaican weather.
Heck yeah. And so it seems like it's adding up to where you have all the right pieces there to do something really nice, and I actually feel quite well, and I feel like I have some big bars in me, and I have 2 competitions left in the season, and you know, I'm really gonna try to hit it as hard as I possibly can and try to leave something high up there.
Okay, we'll be watching you, Mondo. Very much looking forward to that. People forget sometimes how young you still are, because your name has been around for so long, it seems. You're only 23 years old. So how difficult is it for you to keep on setting goals now? You've won already so much, and how do you keep fresh?
I don't know. I don't really. You get used to it, I guess, in a little bit of a way, and I think that there's a certain point where you don't really think about things as records of such, and you more think about it in a very individual way, to where you think about what you've done, and you know, I'm very grateful for the position that I'm in, but you think about it more as a personal best rather than a world record, and you think about it more as you want to keep trying to get better and see if you can improve yourself and try to get everything you can out of yourself. And so for me, I've done some really great things the past few years, but I still feel like there's some higher bars in me, and there's some more that I can give on the track. So you know, as long as I still feel like I can jump high, then I feel like the motivation's always going to be there, and it's fun too. So
yeah, that's indeed the most important thing sometimes, to just have fun. Thank you, Mondo. Shericka, thank you so much for being here. Personally, I'm very much looking forward to see you run here in Brussels. You also had a very busy program in the last couple of weeks, months, even maybe. How do you feel?
Thanks for having me. Good day, everybody. I think for me personally, I felt good. I got a couple of days off since the Zurich meet, so my body's feeling fresh, and I'm definitely ready.
Yeah, you also had great World Championships, and you were running the 200 meter here in Brussels. In Budapest, you were very close to that world record, Florence Griffith. In Brussels, here we have we already said it a couple of times, a new track. We have a great band. I ran my personal best here in Brussels, so I can say that it's a really good and a fast band. So, what do you think is possible for you tomorrow?
At the World Championship, I was so close, you know, just a little win, and I would have been the world record holder. But Coach and I have spoken, and I think we are going after it this year. I hope to get it tomorrow. If I do, then that would be probably ease a little pressure off me going into Eugene. But if not, we have another shot at Eugene. And as I said, there's no perfect race, but I just want to run a good race tomorrow. And once I put everything in place, definitely, because we're right there. We're so close. We're knocking on the door. And as I said, it would be good tomorrow if we have some Jamaican weather and it's a new track. So definitely, once I put everything together, if not here, then Eugene. If not, then still have another chance. You know, as I said, tomorrow I just want to focus on putting things together. good. What if tomorrow is supposed to be a good day? Tomorrow is definitely supposed to be one of those good days. As I said, my body's feeling good, my mind is ready, and that's the best thing I can put together. My mind and my body. Anything is possible tomorrow.
Thank you. I heard that you like to write down numbers, times on your bib. Can you tell us what you're planning to write down for tomorrow? And I also wanted to add, of course, the world record would be fantastic, but we also have the meeting record here, still by Merlin Otti, who is already, which is already 32 years old. It's 21 seconds and 46. No, 64. No, 46.
No, I think
it's 64.
Yes, it's 64 because I checked it.
In Dutch. I'm thinking in Dutch. I'm tired, and so I'm mixing up the numbers. But yeah, can you tell us what number you might write down in your bib?
I haven't received my bib as yet. I think at the World Championship, I wrote 2 times on my bib, which one was faster than the world record, and I wrote 21:40. I got 21:41. I'm grateful but not satisfied. And as I said, for me personally, I looked at the meeting record, and I know that what the meeting record is. So,
wow.
Definitely, as I said, I'm in good shape. I'm still in good shape, and we went back to the drawing board and fixed a few things. So, once we put everything together, as I said, the weather is good. Most times I come here, it's always chilly, but we have Jamaican weather tomorrow. Yes, so that is fantastic. So definitely that's fantastic for me tomorrow.
Yeah, looking so much forward to all of you, and also, of course, to that 200 meters. Yaroslava, you already told us about your special link with Belgium. Femke, we know you have a special bond with Belgium too. And Mondo, you train with our Ben brothers. Mondo and Femke, what do you think? Is Ben capable of jumping our national record maybe tomorrow? It's 5:85. How is he feeling?
Yeah, no, I think... Yes, Fem can answer it too, maybe, but maybe I'm a little bit more well versed in the pole vault stuff. But no, I mean, I definitely think it's very possible, and I think I think it's just up to him, I guess, putting the right jump together at the right time. And now it seems like from Zurich, he's still mentally there, and I know he wants to, and I know that he's kind of right on the cutoff right now of making it to Zurich. So I think tomorrow, probably has the most motivation out of any meet the whole year, especially that it's in Belgium. He wants to make it to Zurich really badly too. So, if tomorrow, there's no better day than tomorrow for him.
Okay. And you, Femke, is Ben behaving? I don't know if he's here yet, actually. No, he's coming.
Yeah, I mean, I still try to understand pole vault, but no, I think he's feeling well, he's feeling good. He loves his meet, a lot of his family and friends will be there, so he will try his best for sure, and I think he's capable of it.
Okay, thank you so much to all of you. I believe that probably there are some questions from the people in this room. Shoot, go ahead. Yes, sir.
It's fine.
Can I just ask a question to each of you? We've already heard about the new track, and it's going to be faster, and the bends are already good. But could I ask each of you what difference it might make to you in your event? Because obviously for Mondo and Yaroslava, I don't really understand how much of a difference the surface will make for your sport, for your event. I might understand more for Femke and for Shericka, but could you speak a little bit more about how much of a difference a different surface can or could make for your event?
Yeah, well, I guess I can only speak for my event, but I mean, for pole vaulting, speed is very important. It's probably the most important thing that there is to equate to high jumps. So, a fast track, and if you can create a little bit more speed on the runway, then yeah, that equals higher bars. And also, I think also, especially compared to maybe last year, if it's the track is in uniform and it's all the same surface throughout the whole runway, then I think that's a very good thing, because finding the rhythm on the runway, that's a very important thing, because for us also, speed is also is the number one thing, but then number two right behind it, which is close behind it, is the rhythm and consistency, because you need to be trying to have the same run every time you're out there. So if it's nice and smooth and the same surface throughout the entire run, then that's a great thing.
Yeah, for us it's too important, like in pole vault, because we used our speed in horizontal to change to jump in vertical. So we should run more faster and to take off and jump higher. So it will be new track and it will be really nice for new records.
Femke or Shericka, the track here is quite a good easy bend as well. Is that something that registers with you when you look ahead to racing in Brussels? In Brussels, you always had a quite nice gentle curves.
Well, I've raced here before, and as Mondo said, there was times where we had the track is fast, because I almost run a personal best in the 100 last year when the track wasn't smooth. We have a little bit of patches and here and there, but as I said, to have a level track and a new track, I think it's good, because last year we had patches, sorry, but yeah, so last year we had some smooth part and we have some part wasn't so smooth, so to have a smooth surface all around, I think it's really, really good.
Yeah, for me, I think the bends are pretty important sometimes, because it depends where the hurdles are. Sometimes hurdle 5 will be just in the bend or just outside of the bend. So I like pretty big bends are nice because I make big steps, and for things like this it's nice. So I'll see it for the first time really today, and I'll try it out.
Congratulations to you all. I have a question for Femke. Is 11 days enough to sink in everything that you did at the World Championships? And can you be specific or tell us in detail what you did in those 11 days between the World Championships and today?
I think I need some more time. I always need my time and I need my holiday, and after my holiday I often have some more time to let it sink in. But for now I try to sleep a lot. I also kept on training to just keep my body moving, and then for the rest I just saw my friends a bit more, my family, and this already helped, but I think I will really need a nice long holiday to let it all sink in.
Do you need extra time to sleep? Do you experience that? Are your nights longer?
Well, I always sleep long, so I think they just stayed long.
Mike Rowbottom again for World Athletics. Femke, you had a dramatic World Championships. Though it was the case of the fall and rise of Femke, but that must have been it was clearly a shattering thing to happen right at the start of the championships, and yet you finished triumphant. That must have been very, very difficult. I don't know. Was that very, very difficult to come around from? How did you manage to go from that literally low moment to winning the world title and then that extraordinary final run of yours?
Yeah, well, it was really tough, especially for me, since it happened in a team. I mean, we always train with each other, we always want to win with each other, and they gave me the baton in such a good place, and then I screwed it up pretty much, so it was tough. But at the same time, it was the start of my World Championship that I worked towards a whole year, and we worked really hard with everyone, and I think after one day I had a rest day in between, which I was lucky with, and I just had to switch my head off and know that the hurdles are also something different than the 400-meter flat. It's really rhythmic, it's a different way of running, and then at the end with the relay I just wanted to finish for the team really strong, and I think it always helps to run with your heart, which happened in a relay, and it was amazing to be able to finish it like that, but it will always be tough that for the men we didn't win a medal.
Also for Femke, the fact that, the Netherlands is close to Belgium, but also your boyfriend is only living 15 or 20 kilometers from the stadium in Brussels. Does it feel a bit like a home game for you?
Yeah, for sure. It really feels like this, and I think there will be also a lot of Dutch people in the stadium, I hope. And yeah, I also like Belgium a lot. So yeah, it will be nice, and it will feel like home for sure.
Question for Mondo. You had two very, very good, creditable attempts at 6:23 in Zurich. how much can you take momentum from one meeting into the next? So having had those 2 close attempts in Zurich, does that bode well for tomorrow, or does each meeting kind of start afresh?
I mean, I think a little bit of both, but because I guess every day is so different, especially in pole vaulting, because every surface is a little bit different. The setup can be very different, but it definitely gave me a lot of confidence, especially coming off the World Championships, just kind of seeing where I'm at physically and mentally, and honestly, it was just a few days, 4 or 5 days, I guess, removed from the final I had, and so to be able to come back with actually a few better attempts than I even thought I was probably going to do that day, it gave me a lot of confidence for tomorrow, I guess, because I feel like it's definitely there in the tank, and I know I have it in me. I just have to put the right jump together, I guess, at the right time, and so it's like I said, I haven't been to the track yet, but I've heard great things about it, so I feel good going in tomorrow.
Good afternoon, Femke. A question for you. You had a long unbeaten run. Is that something that you want to hold on to, because you said there's no pressure, but maybe there is some in that respect? And secondly, you've become quite a star in the Netherlands. Is it something you enjoy? Has it changed your life a lot?
What was the first question again? Sorry.
The unbeaten run.
Well, it's nice to be unbeaten, and I think we all like to win. But at the same time, you always have to be on the line again, and you have some great competitors against you. So I think competitors just help you to have a better race and stronger races. So I'll just try my best every time, and we'll see how long the strike will continue. And for the rest, I think I like just my life a bit easy and not too much in the spotlight, but I think it's also really nice that track and fields get a lot of attention in the Netherlands, and that we're really growing as a sport, and that I can also help it with how we as a team and everyone is competing. Is really nice.
Question for Shericka. You are one of the relatively young top Jamaican sprinters, with Shelly-Ann's 36 and Elaine's 31. Do you envisage yourself going on as long as Shelly-Ann? And if you do you think you might go back to the 400 meters, or is that a thing of the past?
For me personally, I think once I'm capable of running fast as long as possible, then anything is possible. I just started doing the 100. I'm 29, so I think I have so much more to achieve in the 200. As I said before, the 400 is something I love. I'm yet to achieve my 400 goals, are breaking the national Jamaican record. So I think someday Coach will revisit the 400. It's no time soon, but someday we'll definitely visit it. But for now, as long as I can run, next year is the Olympic, and then we see 1 year at a time. So as long as I am able to run well and be among the best, then definitely as long as possible.
Because you were really focused, did you manage to look after the championships to the events that you missed? Can you tell something about that?
I tried to watch as much as possible, but I think high jump was at the same night as our 4x4, and pole vault also, but I tried to follow it a bit more because my boyfriend was competing in the finals. So. But I think we'll watch it back because I always like to watch it, and I think you couldn't miss her 200 meter. It was amazing to watch, and it really was a big show. So yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Question for Yaroslava. You're so young, and yet you've already got 2 world silvers and now a world gold. So firstly, wanted to ask you how much of a relief it seems ridiculous to be relieved to be a world champion at 21, but after 2 silvers, did you begin to wonder? And also you mentioned how important it was to your people and also to the soldiers. Have you had any, what kind of reaction have you had from people after you've won this first world title for Ukraine for so long?
Yeah, of course, first of all, my father weighed this gold medal, I think, more than me. And he very happy that I started collecting gold medal. But of course, after my winning on this world championship, a lot of people write me on messages, and a lot of people call to my parents, to my coach, and say thank you for these emotions, because it was really difficult nights, difficult days in our country, because it was everyday rocket attack, and before my qualification it was rocket attack to my city, to bus station and to swimming pool where trained our Misha Romanchuk. Yeah, and of course it was very difficult, but I knew that I should do it, and it was my really third world championship, and I know that I'm ready for the winning, really. And so it was really fantastic feeling to win this gold for my country and for people, because they were happy really when I won this medal.
Just as a follow-up, it's a pressure enough to be someone who's at the top of the sport, but your circumstances and the expectation that people have of you, that's extraordinary pressure. You must be congratulating yourself for how well you've done to manage that.
Of course it's complicated, really, but I have a lot of experience and I have strong mentality. Really, it's thankful to my coach, because she's like a psychologist for me, and really she's always say that it's your passion, and it's my passion, and I should do like my work and join the competition and forgot about everything that happened outside the track.
Hi, question to Shericka. You were talking to us about chasing this world record. We've seen Shalian chasing one. We've also seen Elaine Thompson chasing one. Has it become like a national obsession, chasing these records and trying to beat them? Is it a kind of obsession?
I don't think it's an obsession. I think when you work hard and you know what you're capable of, then you write goals and you want to achieve them. For me personally, I've always, because I saw a video the other day when I was in high school and I manifested everything I want. And when I switched to the 100 and 200, I know what I wanted and I know what I'm capable of. I'm so close. Not that don't mean that I will lose my focus trying to just focus on the world record. As I said, once I execute a good race, then definitely anything is possible for me. But as I said, I don't think it's an obsession, it's hard work. And when you work hard, you want to reap what you work for.
Just a follow-up question to Shericka on that. Can you give us an idea of the level of interest back home in Jamaica in not just you, but the world record? You know, we're seeing it from an international perspective on the circuit here, but what is it like in the newspapers, on the radio, TV back in Jamaica?
Honestly, I don't know. It would be good because, as I said, to get there, it would definitely be good for the newspaper at home and definitely family and friends, but I don't really know. I haven't really paid that much attention. What would it be like to it's all over the paper? Because eventually, if you break a world record, it will be all over the internet before it hits the paper. So, definitely, I haven't really dwelled on it like that.
Another one for Femke. During the tournament, you said we will analyze later after the tournament for the fall, but maybe also the other races. Did you already do that? When is the moment that you will do that? What were the results if you analyze?
No, we didn't really do it. We'll often wait till the end of the season and then we'll analyze in general the whole season and of course the tournament extra. And I think my coach let me off for a week to be a bit more, think about other stuff than track the whole time and be a bit more chilled. So we'll talk about it later.
you succeed in feeling more chill? Because it's always, for every sport that I speak, after a great tournament, Olympics, World Championships, it's once a year and once in 4 years. It's a strange week, the week after a tournament with such high pressure.
Yeah, I think it's always a bit a strange week just because all the emotions go and all the pressure is a bit gone, but at the same time I had my last competition already on Monday and I already went there on Saturday, and it's in Bellinzona. It's one of my favorite places to be, so I think it was really nice. I brought my best friend there and we really had some time to just also focus on the competition, but also the day after to just enjoy everything, and I think this helps a lot.
Fem doesn't know how to chill.
Don't tell them.
Can you give me an example of that?
No.
I think she can agree with it, I guess, to a certain extent. I'm not. I guess it did. Yeah, just has been. No, I think she's a very. Well, I mean, there's so many different types of athletes, and there's so many different ways to be really, really good at something. And I think there's some people that are everything has to be very perfect, and they're very structured in the way that they go about day-to-day lives. There's some people that are somewhere in the middle, some people that are a little bit more free spirit and just kind of go with the flow. And I think Fem is on the structured side.
He's not that free spirit.
No, not to that level. No, I don't think.
Where would you place yourself?
Probably more the free spirit. Yeah.
Just another question for Mondo. Sam Kendricks has had some tough times since before Tokyo and during and after. How good is it to see him coming back 595 and back to proper top level again? And did you expect him to be back?
Yeah, I mean, I guess he never really left. He's just been some really crazy, unfortunate, and predictable circumstances, I guess, he's been put in the past 3 years or so. It's kind of hard to believe, I guess. Haven't really competed against him or with him in the past, I think, 3 championships it's been. So, yeah, and a lot of that. I mean, that's not because he's not at the level of World Championships. It's because a lot of other stuff that happened, like COVID and whatnot. So, yeah, I mean, he never really went anywhere. It's just, in our sport, I guess it's really tough if you're not at the championship meets and you're not at the World Championships or the Olympics, and it's hard to be in. I don't know. I don't really know how to say it, but it's hard to be in the conversation of the real top if you're not at the biggest meet of the entire year, and he hasn't been at it for the past 3 years. And like I said, definitely not because he's not good enough, because he definitely is. I think he proved that in Zurich, coming off that 95 and getting second place, competing against all the guys that just got the medals in Budapest too. So no, he never really went anywhere. He just had some crazy stuff happen, I guess.
One more question maybe, or not?
Mondo, you reckon you're the laid back end. So do you reckon you're more or less laid back than Usain Bolt?
I don't really know how laid back he was. Yeah, well, if he was very laid back, then maybe something similar, I guess. I don't know. No, I'm still a little bit young, I guess. So I wasn't really competing at the same time that Usain was. So no, I mean, I guess I've heard, and I think that there's always a good balance to find. I'm not saying the way that I go about things or the way that he goes about things is the perfect way to be an athlete, but I think that there's always a good balance that people need to have in life and as an athlete to be able to separate themselves from their sport. And I think it's a very, very important thing mentally as well, because I think that it's a pretty easy way to get very burnt out if your whole life is only surrounded by what you do in your sport. So I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really know him. I don't really know him like that. So maybe similar. I really have no idea. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone, all of you. I wish you the best of luck and a lot of fun tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.